Hello everyone! Welcome back to more Endwalker! Oh, some of you might wonder, Serene, why are you in Ul'dah? Last time you were in... Actually, I don't even remember where we were, just the last episode. This is like 2 weeks after the last episode. So I don't actually remember where we were at the time. So I mean, part of it is it's been, what, 2 weeks? It's been, what, 2 weeks since I last recorded, so I mean, that's part of why I'm not where we were. The other part is the fact that it really didn't matter since we have to go to the Crystarium anyway. But I have done a little bit of work off camera, if you will. Leveling some classes up and things. Getting almost everything to 80 now. Just got a few levels left on, like, Machinist and Dragoon and Warrior and Astro. But most things are getting to that level 80, which is great. Gotta get to 81 before I really get into, the Endwalker content with any of the classes, but still. What's important, though, is to level some of these classes, I went out and started doing the Bojin Resistance, quest lines, like quest lines, area, etc. And now I have this cool thing. So this is Tailkeeper Recollection. This is the 3rd stage. Or second stage. Because there's Tailkeeper, there's Augmented Tailkeeper, and then there's Tailkeeper Recollection, which sounds like it would be stage 1, 2, and 3, but Augmented Tailkeeper just allows you to dye it, and the Tailkeeper Replica that you get is the augmented version. So technically, I think Tailkeeper / Augmented are both the same stage. But yeah, I got this, and I've gotten a couple of the other classes as well. My Samurai, for example, has the Hoshikiri, just standard Hoshikiri for now. Gonna work on getting that up. My Ninja has the... I haven't actually... put that glamour on, have I? Dark Knight is what I currently have this active on. I'm pretty sure I grabbed this, I just haven't put the thing on it. So, but I did grab Paladins as well. Yeah, I mean, getting this first stage is pretty easy. It's just getting 4th of Narian Scale Powder, which is 1,000 Alagon Tomestones of Poetics. And that's more or less the daily, like, roulette. Because you get 100 here, then you get 350 here, so 450, and then, plus 120, 570, and then another 80. So 650 just from the rewards. And then, like, these will give you, like, 10 a boss, and things like that. So you'll get, what, 800 easy. And the fates in the Bojin Southern Front all give tomestones as well. So, like, I actually got, like, 2,000 in one day, just doing that. So, 'twas fun. But yeah, I have, that's what I have right now. I really like my glamour for Black Mage, though. I think it looks really good. Not that I ever play Black Mage, because Black Mage is a horrible class. But then so is Summoner. Like, what the frick is level 80 Summoner? Freaking, I was all like, yay, I get freaking Phoenix at level 80. You know, maybe that'll, like, fix the, like, gap that's still in my rotation. Nope. It's literally just, like, it triggers the summon Phoenix here, becomes available at the same time as summon Bahamut would have become available. And then Phoenix is just stupid. Like, woo, Everlasting Flight, a 100 potency freaking cure over 21 seconds. Rekindle, woo, a 200 potency cure over 15 seconds. Like, I literally lose DPS with Rekindle because I no longer get freaking Akmorn, or whichever one it is. Death Flare, maybe? I don't remember. So, like, I'm losing DPS by summoning this thing. Like, what? And then, oh look, it casts Revelation, which is literally just the same exact thing. Oh yeah, this is Akmorn. Revelation and Akmorn are the same thing. I think it's, like, Death Flare. Then, that's, in Kindle. No, that would be in Kindle Bahamut, right? Anyway, yeah, in Kindle Bahamut. It's like, ooh, it lets me cast Akmorn. But here it's freaking... yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, the point is, it's freaking stupid. So, oh yeah, it's Astral Flow. So yes, it's Death Flare. Freaking, it's freaking stupid. I hate everything about level 80 Summoner. And like, what do you get after that? Nothing. Look at this. Freaking, a couple of upgrades. And that's it. Your skills get tiny little upgrades, and that's literally it. It's like, really? Like, you really couldn't have given me anything even remotely good? Freaking level 72 Summoner, basically. When you get, like, Ruby Right, Emerald Right, etc. is like the highest point of your class. After that, it's all just going back downhill. But you're not here to hear me sit here and whine and complain about freaking Summoner. You're here to watch me go to the Crystarium and continue the Endwalker storyline. So, off we go to Crystarium to talk to Lena, I think was her name. Yes, speak with Lena. Technically it wants me to go to Lakeland, which, I mean, in all fairness, yeah, I guess that makes sense, but the idea, like, I've noticed this, is that, like, the idea is always the idea always seems to be like you're going to each area the same way you normally do. Like, they're factoring Aetheryte travel, like, story-wise, but they're not actually factoring it into, like, the locations of where the quests are. So it's like, oh, you show up here at the Exarch gates when you go through the portal in the Crystal Tower. So, of course, you're gonna end up, so of course, what you need to do is come here for the quest. and then go back to Crystarium. It's like, okay, but you're literally in the story are like, hey, Aetheryte travel exists in world. You know? So, it is what it is, though. It's like, there's just a lot of quests where it's like, oh, go to Kugane to meet with someone, and then like, you go to Kugane, and then you have to go all the way to the pier, because freaking, you know, the like, quest is assuming that you're going there via boat, like normal, but in reality, even in story, you're not. You know, you have Aetheryte travel. Even in story, you have Aetheryte travel. So, Kassandra, you are returned. I still wish I could have gotten the pose. As far as I know, this pose is not available, which is too bad. I would like to get that. Have you been well? You and the others? As well as can be. We've no shortage of troubles, but we're well enough. And things are much the same for you as they were here. My lord is doubtless enjoying himself. Speaking of which, I need to come here and ask you for some things. So, he said this to you. These exact words. The words that I've definitely forgotten because it's been 2 weeks. Oh, to know that he is happy. It fills my heart with joy. Thank you, Kassandra, for taking care of him. When next you see him, please tell him not to overexert himself, futile a request though it is. And tell him that all is well here. The peace you gifted us continues, and we work hard to build new lives for ourselves. In the course of this, we occasionally bicker, but we've never been more optimistic for the morrow. If I had to mention one dilemma, it would be the question of our governance. Even as we speak, debate rages on over how we should run the city in the Exarch's absence. Most are of mind that the Settlement Council should continue to oversee the general running of the Crystarium, which while representatives are elected to determine policy and handle diplomacy. Thus far, nothing is set in stone, but however we choose to proceed, we will not replace our Lord. No one could. That's good, I suppose. I mean, as long as, you know, it does mean, like, there's no possibility of, like, a dictatorship as well, so that's good. Have we recently observed any unusual phenomena? No, I cannot say there have been. Curious that you should ask me this question, though. Some days ago, Rhine came and asked the very same. She was rather unsettled, in stark contrast to how cheerful she has been of late. Are her and Gaia dating, finally? She and the other Crystarium youths just hosted a festival, you see. It proved so popular that there are already plans for another celebration, one much bigger than the first. Between her preparations for the festival and the restoration of the empty, she struck me as happy and full of life. So when I saw her in a state of such worry, I couldn't help but feel worried in turn, especially since she wouldn't tell me what troubled her. I dare say she would be more willing to confide in you. I ask you to broach the subject with her. Sure. Would you wish to enter the umbilicus? Very well. I shall fetch the key at once and take the opportunity to find Rhine. Please wait for me in the city, in front of the Cabinet of Curiosities, shall we say? I'll be along as soon as I can. Alrighty. Yeah, I mean, somebody can let me know if, you know, there actually is that emote, and I just don't know it. um, I know where to, like, find a list of all the emotes, but I don't even know what it would be called. I figured it would be, like, a salute. So I looked through all of the salute, like, emotes, and I didn't see one that seemed like it would be that one. So, I mean, it could be something else for all it could be called something else for all I know. The Cabinet of Curiosity. That is the library area, if I recall. Right over here. Whee! Just that easy to teleport. The following event cannot be skipped. You may wish to cancel any pending Duty Finder registrations. Oh boy. Cannot be skipped. I think that's the first time I've heard that come up. I've seen, like, a series of cutscenes will now play in sequence. Be prepared. But I've never heard this can't be skipped. So that's interesting. I wonder what that means. It's probably a series of cutscenes that are going to take some time. To my old eyes deceive. Is that truly Kassandra? Who's talking? Oh, this guy. Or was it the other guy? Ah, yeah. Of course it would be Bucklug. Ha! It is! Full glad am I to see you. Hail and whole, my friend. What a wonderful surprise it is to have you back with us. And at this most opportune time. In case you haven't heard, we are planning to produce a tome chronicling event. We are planning to produce a tome chronicling events from the Flood to the Knight's Return. In this project, we intend to draw upon records kept by the world's peoples. Historical and contemporary first-hand accounts will be the centerpiece of the tome, but yours would be the one to crown them all. I've been asked to contribute a chapter on the soul, a subject that is key to understanding much of your endeavors. In the course of developing the spirit vessel, I gained valuable insights into travel beyond the rift, knowledge that will allow me to attest to your existence and deeds. There is no end of the questions I would ask you, but if you could indulge me just one for now. In your quest to restore the knight, you faced many a formidable foe. Among them, who offered the greatest struggle? Oh, I see what's going on. Okay. So the idea is they're chronicling this tome, and I'm gonna get, like, asked a bunch of questions that I have to answer. This may come as a surprise, but Titania, driven mad by light and loneliness. Vothri, in his misguided self-righteousness. Hades, who bore the burden of his people. Ah, yes, Hades, he who sought to resurrect the ancient brethren. He was the final obstacle in your quest to restore the night. Your battle in the depths of the tempest, the stuff of epics. Yet, compelling as it is, I worry that mere words wouldn't do justice to that fateful confrontation. It wouldn't, that's for sure. Not that we would think to omit it entirely, of course. No, at the very least, we will impress upon readers that it was the climax of your hero's journey. I know you'd love to talk her ear off, Morin, but we really should be on our way. These documents from Eelmore won't collect themselves. Of course, and afterwards, would you care to join me for tea? I was hoping you might clarify a few points in your treatise. Until next time, then, do tell the others to look after themselves. Our zealous friend, in particular, remind him not to overexert himself. Our zealous friend, rather. Again and again, till his ears fall off, if that's what it takes for him to take it to heart. Bye, Bucklug. That was always the voice that I kind of thought that the new Mal would have. was something kind of sounding like this. So, that's the Warrior of Darkness. Children, it's her. It's really her. What are you doing here? Hey, Ricky Dio. If you're gonna battle, I can give you some medicine. I made it myself. It's so nice to see them again, though. Oh my god. Now I do remember what happened last time. Everybody was there. Oh my god. No, that was Garlemald. Where I was like, everybody's here, I'm crying. That was like the journey before Garlemald. But like, it's kind of continued to be that, though, this whole time. So, best not, Ricky. You'd only give her a stomach ache. We've come to see Morin to get his advice. One of the guard has finally agreed to teach us how to fight. But first, we need to choose a fighting style. Well, I know that I want to be a mage. Arkle isn't sure. Magic isn't really my thing. So I was thinking of taking up the axe, or the sword, or maybe the bow. They all seem right, but it's hard to decide. So I thought I'd ask Morin. He knows about lots of things. No, you can't really ask him right now. He isn't here. He isn't here? Aww. Oh. Why don't you have the Warrior of Darkness choose for you? What do you think suits Arkle best? Axe, sword, or bow? For smiting your opponent, the axe. Protecting your friends, the sword. For fighting and hunting, both. The bow. Protecting your friends, the sword. The sword. If you took up the sword, you could be just like... Brandon, the Warrior of Light. Yeah, I love that tale. Let's borrow the book today. It's really popular, though. I hope it's still there. Thanks for helping me decide, Warrior of Darkness. I'll start with that style. Maybe try something else later on. And when I get really strong, I have to have a bout with you. That'll take, like, years, and I will be, like, dead and dusted, or at least weak by then. But, sure. At least it's better than, like, World of Warcraft. Like, that's one thing. From what I understand based off of the Final Fantasy XIV story, there really hasn't been a, like, vast advancement in time. Canonically, you know, though the game has been out for, almost 10 years now, like, the character that you're playing as in the story has only been, like, a couple of years at most. Humph. Such fun she's been basking in the adoration of musty old bookworm and wide-eyed younglings. But does she spare a thought for me? Of course not. Faeul? I've waited and waited and waited, but she won't so much as acknowledge the presence of her beautiful branch, even though they're right here. Such a heartless thing our sapling is, cold and cruel, and heartless. Yup, it's Faeul. It's Faeul. Faeul, I, need you? Don't you have more important things to do, Your Majesty? I like that one. Oh, faithful Faeul, loveliest of branches, how I have missed you. Obviously, I'm going with that one. Hi, Titania. If you truly missed me, you should have cried for me at the top of your lungs the instant you arrived. To make up for it, you will call with twice the passion next time. Though for there to be a next time, you have some few struggles to overcome. So, my adorable sapling, the world is on the verge of destruction, is it? How do you know about that? How do I know this? Joined as we are, spying on you is as simple as sliding down the back of a rainbow. Is that easy to do? Because first off, rainbows are not solid because they're optical illusions. So, like, I feel like that would be very difficult to do. I know, fairy. Would that I could aid you in your quest, but the fate of we Fey folk is bound to that of the star. Whither it goes, so too do we follow. Such is our way. The most I could do for you is spare you the pain, by gifting you the sweetest of eternal dreams. I'd rather not, thanks. But if escape's not to your liking, then you must struggle with your fellow mortals. I would very much prefer that over being turned into a leafman, thanks. But here are the ones you're waiting for. I wonder, what matter of conclusion awaits at tale's end? Boing! I love Fayoul. She is, like, honestly, one of my top 5 female characters. I don't know if I could even list them in, like, an order, but definitely Fayoul would be in the top 5. Rhine would definitely be in the top 5. Lisa would be in the top 5. Trying to think who else would be in the way of, like, female characters. So, I mean, some of them are like, this character was really good, right? But we haven't seen them since, like, Stormblood or Shadowbringers, which for me, in terms of playing, was months ago, so, like, some of it is that I just don't remember everybody's name because there's so many people. I wonder if there's a Final Fantasy XIV, like, tier list out there I could look at. My apologies for the delay. Kassandra, it's so wonderful to see you again. You doubtless have much catching up to do, so I shall leave you to it. I've taken the liberty of unlocking the umbilicus, and you may enter at your leisure. Funny enough, I, like, legitimately do say leisure as opposed to saying leisure. Like, I'm not just saying leisure for the heck of it, you know? I'm relieved to hear that everything is well. Sorry, I hate that thing so much. I hate that thing, and that was probably very loud. I apologize for that. I really don't have anything I can do about that. I'm relieved to hear that everyone is well. I've had this feeling, like a pit in my stomach, and I was afraid that something might have happened. Maybe I'm overthinking things, but it's just that I'm the Oracle of Light, but I've never spoken with Heidelin. Never once heard her call. Even so, I've always had this feeling deep inside me, a connection to something immense. So these past few days, that connection has wavered, as if that immense something was distant, then close, then distant again. And then, the other night, I was jolted awake by the feeling it had been completely severed. Oh no. Wanting some fresh air, I went to open the window, and to my horror, the sky was ablaze, like during the star shower. But then I blinked and everything was normal. The next day, no one said a thing. No one else had seen what I had seen. As far as I could tell, nothing was out of the ordinary. I began to wonder if it was a figment of a half-remembered dream. Kassandra, what are you not telling me? I have to know, please. It doesn't matter how terrible it is. Well, the whole world is basically fucked. So, there's that. How does that sound? You know, just the final days have come. All of existence is doomed. It wasn't my imagination then. The doom we witnessed in Amrat has come again. I can't believe it. Like I told you before, all is well here in the first. So don't worry about us. Please, look only to the threat before you. We're fine right now, and even if we weren't, we've learned how to survive. Should the final days reach us here as well, you may be assured we won't go quietly. I mean, but these are also the final days, so, like, literally everything is fine. No, we'll hold on until you can find a way to save all our worlds. So long as you continue your fight, so too will we, united in purpose beneath a blazing sky. But how do you know if I'm continuing to fight, though? What if I have died? Like, what if I am dead? What if I have gone to die? You know? Hope upon a flower. Ryan wears a look of steely resolve. You're headed to the umbilicus to consult with Elidibus, right? I'll do some consulting of my own and speak with Lena, deciding how we might best prepare for the final days. So it's farewell for now, but we'll see each other again, I'm certain of it. Alright. Whoops. That's right, that is... The one thing I dislike about these maps is that they're completely 2D. There's no level of like 3D at all to them. And like what I would think is like, you know, you have like this layer here show, but then like I can click a button and then it like displays the top layer. You know, I click a button and it like hides this top layer, you know. Like even that would still give me some sense of like where things are. But like right now, I mean, are the market boards up here? Or are they down here? You know? Are these shops down here in this section? Or is this raised up from this? Because it is. You know? Like, where is up and where is down? You know? That there's no indication of that. And it's so annoying. So, it's a minor complaint, you know, at best. So it's not like it's, you know, oh, this ruins everything. No, it's like, it's a minor complaint. Maybe at worst, I'm saying that, like, it's so minor that it's not really even, you know, worth considering. But it is still a complaint, you know. So, is this all level 84 gear? Okay, so that was the first 86 gear I got. I thought so, but I wasn't sure. Ah, Miss Kassandra, welcome back. The captain has told me all. Give the word and I will show you to the ocular. Wouldn't I know where the ocular is by now? Do I really need an escort? Especially, you know, if I'm coming from the ocular to here regularly. I know. They have to make some excuse for why you can't just go there. So, hey! Everybody was here. Yeah, just a memory of everybody being here, basically. I like that the Exarch still has his hood covering him in that. Instead of the, you know, Graha, where his hood is is off. Alright, well. Hey, Elidibus. Talk to me, bud. I wanted to talk to Elidibus. He's sealed away.
個体名エリディブスの呼び出しを行います。
Circus Tower. Oh, Elizabeth.
機関動力集積部にて反応あり。疑似映像投影します。
Ooh.
私は夢を見ていたのか。
It's the original Elizabeth.
まさか君に起こされるとは。何をどうしたらこんな事態になるんだ？
A Moratine Elizabeth.
おかげさまで世界を見渡すことはおろか、ゾディアークとのつながりさえ感じ取れない身だ。説明がないとわからない。
Yeah, so about Lord Zodiac. Oh, it's the Amarat theme.
ついにゾディアークが捧げられた皆の魂も帰ったということか。
I mean,
再び週末が訪れてしまったことには当然思うところもある。だがそれは明日を得た君たちが対処すべき問題だ。
I mean, it does beg the question, though. Like, since we defeated the Zodiac of the Source, like, since that is like the actual Zodiac, right? Did that then disperse the pieces of Zodiac that are in the other fragments, you know? Like, once we defeated our Zodiac, and he, evaporated, did that then have a ripple effect that went out to the other fragments? And the bits of him that are in those fragments also, like, dissipated, you know? I'm assuming so, based on what Elizabeth just said about not being able to feel Zodiac at all. Because I feel like he would still be able to feel Zodiac from this fragment. So that tells me that that fragment is probably gone.
一方でその発端となったのがファダニエルだったのなら、エリディブスとして責任を果たす必要があるだろう。君が最後に焼いてくれたおせっかいのおかげで、14人委員会についての記憶は多少なり保管できている。
Okay.
知っていることを伝えるくらいはやぶさかではないという話だ。
I'm glad that he remembers some, some more stuff from being when he was part of the convocation. So, I'm sorry. I have to say it. So I'd be like, I'm sorry.
謝罪をされたところで決した勝敗は覆らない。君はゾディアークを世界の敵にしなかった。その対価を得たとでも思っておくといい。
I mean, I do feel bad that, we killed him. But also, I mean, he was kind of trying, well, I guess he wasn't trying to destroy the world. He was trying to, like, keep the world in balance. He was still the villain.
週末そのものについての認識は君が調べてきたことと大差がない。天脈が薄い地域から星が腐り落ちていく。その法則に気がついたのは、そう、
Oh,
ファダ
really?
ニエルだった。
Fendeniel himself was the one that realized.
無論君があった今のファダニエルではない。終末当時その座についていた男、いわばオリジナルの方だ。彼は誰よりも早い段階から終末の現象を明かし、対策を練ることに心血を注いでいた。あの執念と彼の有した天文の知識があってこそ、天脈と終末発言の関係が分かったんだ。今のファダニエルも別人とはいえ彼の魂を継ぐものだっただろうに、それが自ら終末を望むとはいかんだよ。
Yeah, Fendeniel was kind of insane.
エルピス？確かにそれは私たちの時代にあったものだ。
Elpis.
もっとも、私が知るのは花の名前ではなく、ある場所の名前としてだが。
Really? A place?
エルピス
Okay.
は創造魔法で生み出された生物の実験場だった。そこで生態を調べ、認可された種だけが世界に解き放たれたんだ。そしてもう一つ、さっきの話に出たオリジナルのファダニエルが14人委員会に入る前、そこの所長を務めていた。
Interesting. So, like, does this still exist in either of these, like, you know, in this fragment or the source? That's what I'm wondering.
座につく前の彼の名は
Hermes.
ヘルメスといい。
He was Hermes.
と
Interesting.
はいえ、それらの事実と終末の関係性はわからない。
I'm noticing, like, a pattern here, because obviously you had Emmett Selk, who was Hades, right? And now we have Fendeniel, who is Hermes.
君が持ってきてくれた記憶のクリスタルは、あくまで14人委員会に関するもの。就任前の情報には乏しいんだ。エルピス自体もかつての終末で壊れ、残骸すら残っていない。何か秘された事実があったのだとしても、君が言って暴くことは。
Oh,
いや、君はエルピスにいた。私はそれを見た覚えがある。おかしい。そんなはずはない。この記憶の断片は何だ？これはどうしてこんなにも。
So,
すまない。記憶が混濁したようだ。だが、おかげで一つ思いついた手がある。君が過去のヘルメスが所長をしていた時代のエルピスに行くという手だ。
oh, we're going back in time, okay? What?
小校の記憶を垣間見た私には、この時空を超える塔の制御法がわかる。それを応用した彼の召喚術も以前
Can
使って
go
みせた
back
通りだ。
in time to the time of
加
Amarat.
えてあの時君たちは私の集めた力ごと封じた。おかげで動力は豊富に蓄えられている。もっ
Ooh.
て君を過去に飛ばすことが可能かもしれない。行くべき時代、行くべき場所も明確なのだから。
Ooh.
ただし、あれはあまりに遠い過去だ。 これだけの条件が揃っていてもしっかりとした門は開けないだろう。向こうにたどり着いた君はかつて私が召喚した光の戦士たちよりもさらに希薄な状態になるに違いない。
Alright.
おそらく誰の目にも見えないし声すらも届かない。よしんば干渉できたとしても君がやれるのはせいぜい見聞きすることだけだ。根本的な解決は望めないだろう。なぜなら君が帰ってくるここはあくまで終末が起きたという歴史をたどった世界。過去で何をしたところで悲劇をなかったことにはできない。今の苦しみをなくしてはくれないんだ。
Right.
それでも
That would be
行くのか。
bad.
敵であった私に命を委ねてまで。
I don't think we really have much of a choice,
わかった。
do we?
ならば私も調停者の最後の責務として君を送り届けるとしよう。
Aw. Alright.
指示は出すから
That's sad.
君がそれを操作してくれ。今の私では権限がない。まずは塔に蓄えられたエーテルを時空転移魔法の構築に回す準備だ。よし、
Oh boy.
それで準備は完了だ。間もなく門が開く。星見の間の方に移動してくれ。
Oh boy. Back to the ocular.
いい調子だ。エーテルも順調に流れ込んでいる。これなら私の魂も含めて使い切ってくれるだろう。何を驚く。言っただろう。これが最後の責務だと。
I mean, yeah, it would take a lot of power.
ゾディアークが散った今、私がここで長くまどろむ理由はない。私は帰る。そしてまた会いたい人たちがいるんだ。夢ではなくて大地の上で。
I do wonder, because I know Elizabeth was a shard of Zodiac, right? So I wonder if Elizabeth, like, is this fragment's, like, shard of Zodiac?
だから振り返らずに行くがいい。君が光の戦士なら。
Kind of Senji. For those not familiar with Japanese,
私は先に行く。真なる者、古き人も残すところは君だけだろう。
hit.
最後の一人は
Wait.
一番寂しい。その役回りを譲ることがゾディアークからの意趣返しだ。残された者の意地で君と新たな英雄のやり方でこの星をどうか。
Well, yeah, Hikari is the Japanese for light. Senji, from what I gather, is warrior. So Hikari no Senji would be, technically it would be Light's warrior, because they put, you know, they put it in that order. But it also, the no means of, and so it's actually kind of, you know, it is basically warrior of light. It's just the warrior and light are backwards. But the no kind of means like possessive of the first word, so it's really odd and difficult to explain. So, because it's Hikari no Senji, and it's Hikari is light, no is of, and Senji is warrior. So it's like, it's said backwards. You know, it's warrior of light, but it's said light of warrior. So. Oh, he's big. I suppose that makes sense. We are in the times when these people existed. And they were huge. Oh boy. Look at the Crystarium Gatekeeper. We are in... Aetherite-like device. So can I attune to this? The device is reminiscent of an aetherite. Perhaps it is possible to attune with it. I'm attuning to an aetherite in the past. Despite attempting to channel and focus your energies, you fail to attune with the device. You can only assume it operates differently. Explore the facility. 1 out of 4. The man stands dutifully by the aetherite-like device. A guide for this facility, in all likelihood. He hears nothing. You attempt to get the man's attention, but if he sees or hears you, he gives absolutely no indication. As Elizabeth warned, it appears your form is intangible. They are. This is really cool, though, because we're getting to see, like, legitimate Amoritines, you know? Like, as they actually were, not just the weird, you know, spectral things that they were. Right? So, I don't even know if I will be visible in that, if I use that as a thumbnail, but this is the right place, yes? Propylae? Propylion? Judging by the woman's words, this facility is called Propylaeon. You attempt to gently prod the woman to attract her attention, but feel nothing. It seems neither does she. I literally have no idea. I'm probably going to have to say it again. Hello. A remarkably large man wears a black robe and a half-mask, much like the phantoms you encountered in Mare Lamentorum and the recreated Amorat. It would seem you have made it to your destination. Hey! Yo! Listen! Hey! Listen! You gesticulate wildly and shout all manner of greetings and obscenities, but the man does not so much as glance in your general direction. Hey! Screw your mother! Hello? No? Nothing? Like, that's funny. I like that it states, like, you shout obscenities. You suspect the door leads outside, but how to open it? Can I just, like, pass through it? Since I don't seem to be, like, physical? Do we just wait for somebody else to open it? Surely somebody has to come to that door at some point.
はい、到着。ここがお目当てのエルピスだよ。
Help us.
おや、あなたは直接いらっしゃるのは珍しいですね。何かご用事ですか？
Propylaean. 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 I'm gonna say Propylaean. And that's what I'm settling on.
ちょっとね。しばらく滞在させてもらうけど、問題ないかな。ええ、もちろん。通例通り、外からの来客者だとわかるよう、仮面はしていただきたいですが。
身元など仮面をつけたままでもすぐわかるだろうに。
Huh?
まあ君の場合はね。だけど規則には従ってあげないと彼らが困っちゃうよ。
Huh? Is that? Oh. Oh? What? He sees us.
これでいいな。
ご協力ありがとうございます。どうぞお進みください。ねえ君、それ見えてるでしょ。
They see us.
見えてない。私には何も見えてない。
Of course he would pretend he doesn't see us.
そんなわけないでしょ。
Of course he would.
ほら、薄くてちょっとわかりにくいけど、魂の色がアゼムとすごくよく似てる。もしかして彼女が作ったものかな。使い魔だとしたら魂持ちなんて珍しいね。
知るか。あいつ関連なら厄介だ。似て異なるものならさらに厄介だ。
Awesome.
結論、関わらないに限る。さあ、行くぞ。
Hey, listen.
何か訴えようとしてるみたいだけど、これじゃあ会話もままならないね。
Too intangible to form words. Interesting.
君、少し存在を補強してあげなよ。どうせ魔力余ってるでしょ。
お前、人を何だと思ってるんだ。
I love it.
もちろん善良なる親友だとも。こうして遠路はるばる付き合ってるんだから、頼みの一つくらい聞いてくれるに違いない。
Come on, do it. Make me tangible. I love this.
おい、目を閉じていろ。さもないと酔うぞ。
Okay. Thank you, Emmett. I love it. Oh, I love everything about it. This is great. So that's how they're going to make us tangible in this area. And I bet now will also be the same size. Yep. Nice. Not exactly the same, but they're still a bit bigger.
元のままだと話しにくいだろう。もののついでだ。
君ってば気が利くね。補強の方も綺麗にできてる。言うことなしだ。ということで、はじめまして。私はヒトロダエウス。創造物管理局の局長さ。隣にいるのがエメト・セルク。正真正銘14人委員会の一員だよ。
ナイス。
君の名前は？言葉わかるかな？
Kassandra Sevilla。
いいね。会話ができるなんて優秀だ。私もそう呼ばせてもらうとするよ。
I was gonna say。
君はどこから来たの？あれだけ不安定だったんだ。ここで想像されたものではなさそうだけど。
I was gonna say, like, if this is an entire area, like, how are they gonna have us be, like, intangible the whole time? Nice.
わからない。あるいは答えられないのかな。よし。
Yeah.
じゃあ質問を変えてしまおう。
I don't know if I'm at leisure to be able to say, hey, I come from the future where everything is shit and is being destroyed.
君はどうしてここへ？何をしたいんだい？
I seek a man named Hermes. Wants to learn about Elpis.
驚いた。私たちと同じだなんて。ねえ、やっぱりアゼムの使い魔なんじゃない？本当は一緒に来たかったとか。
もしそうだったら自力で乗り込んでくるだろう。あいつの場合。
He looks like I was sitting here looking at him going, he looks like freaking Emmett Selk, 100%. So I'm glad that I was right that it was Emmett, but I was like, I'm pretty sure that's Emmett. I feel like that's the right voice. I feel like he looks like Emmett. He just doesn't have, you know, the black in his hair from being soulless, you know. Like, I'm pretty sure this is Emmett. I did not expect that this was Hythlodaeus, though. The entire time I'm going, who is this pink-haired person?
失礼したね。私たちは魂の色が見えるんだけど、君のそれが友人の色によく似ていてさ。
So I wonder then.
目的まで一緒だったものだから早合点してしまったんだ。
I wonder then, will I get to meet myself? Cause that would be
ここの
awesome.
所長であるヘルメスと話をしに来た。加えて彼の働きぶりを知るためエルピスを見学したいんだ。厳密にはそれはエメトセルクの目的で、私はただの案内役なんだけど、仕事上ここには何度か来たことがあるからね。
I can definitely see now though why Hythlodaeus was able to be tangible, you know, conscious, sentient, whatever word you want to say. because this was Emmett's, like, closest friend, basically. And I'm sure that, Emmett right here is, like, completely being like, nah, we barely know each other. Just because that's the kind of person Emmett Selk is,
ということで、
But
よかったら君も一緒に来ないかい？勘違いのお詫びに案内するよ。
おい、そんな素性も得体も知れないものを公務に連れて行けるわけがないだろう。
いいじゃない。怪しいと思うなら余計にそばに置いて見ておかないと。
he's got a point. He do have a point there.
それに不思議な生き物を連れているなんてここじゃむしろ当たり前さ。
I mean, mysterious life form is the norm around here, because this is where things are created. Creation magic.
ようこそ創造生物たちの実験場、空の果てのエルプスへ。
Elpis. Ooh. The world unsundered. Elpis. Ooh. Oh, this is gonna be so good, dude. Oh, this is gonna be so good. Oh. Hello. That was the freaking doggy from the moon.
地上から誰か来たみたい。
Axolotls. Hermes.
さて、どんな事実が待っているやらだ。
If only I could say. So, in a few eons, you're going to be evil. The world is going to get basically destroyed, and I don't think I'm allowed to say any of that. This is hardly my first time here, but the scenery never fails to take my breath away. Why, it feels as if you could reach out and touch the heavens. Now then, to begin our guided tour, perhaps you already know these things, but for the sake of thoroughness, I shall start with the basics. Using concepts to give shape to ether, creation magics allow us to bring forth anything we desire, be it inanimate objects or living beings. Anyone may conceive of concepts. They must all undergo evaluation at the Bureau of the Architect. As part of that process, living beings and certain arcane entities may be sent here to Elpis for in-depth observation and study. A fascinating facility, isn't it? I dare say you will enjoy touring it with us. Oh boy. Can I attune to this ether right now? Now that my ether is, like, normal? Nope, I cannot. I still can't. Oh, yeah, I suppose if I could have, it would have shown the ether right there, I suppose. I didn't even think about that. Petaloda Hunt. Hythlodaeus is looking you up and down. I get a gift. Now then, our friend Hermes. Aside from overseeing the facility, he also conducts his own research. Chances are he'll be at the main observation hub, so let's seek him out there first. Tired as you are, however, you stand out a little too much. Our dear Emmett Selk wishes to keep a low profile for his errand, so... Do you know how to make a robe? The basic concept will do. Not a clue. No? In that case, Emmett Selk... No, your whim, your responsibility. You're getting not another thimble of ether out of me. The way he scrimps sometimes, you'd think he wasn't a nigh-bottomless font of magic. Very well, I shall make the robe, but perhaps you can assist. Come, let us search for the requisite material. Alright, well... Frickin' I did not expect to, like, come to freaking the source, I guess. You know, the world unsundered. Did not expect that at all. So, that is wild. And not, let's see, Anag Norisis up there. The 12 Wonders over there. Cool. Well, as much as I hate to do this, I have to stop here. I hope you've enjoyed. If you did, feel free to subscribe. You can check the video description down below for a link to the playlist. Also, I don't need to say that anymore because end cards. So, also, this might tell you when I start, like, I'm recording this. The new, like, Patreon screen, because I literally just made this yesterday. So that probably tells you what, like, time, you know, when I'm recording this. Well, I mean, by the time this goes up, people will probably forget, like, this started in the Super Lesbian Animal RPG episodes. Oh, well. Well, now you know for sure. I said that without even thinking. Yes. Yesterday I recorded the first 4 of those. So, that's when this is being recorded. Again, I'm waiting until the end to put it up because I have to go back and do the first section. And as far as I can tell, I don't have New Game Plus yet for this. Because I've looked in here, there's 2 parts for Endwalker New Game Plus. According to what I can find, I should be past where part 1 is, like, ends at. But maybe you have to go through, like, the entire 6.0 story, and maybe you unlock them both. Because supposedly part 2 started back in Radzathan. So, because I was looking at that, I'm like, well, what if I get to, like, the end of part 1? Will that let me, like, start the New Game Plus? But it doesn't seem like it. It's not letting me, so we'll have to see. If there's a point where New Game Plus unlocks and I'm not through 6.0 yet, at that moment I plan on going back and restarting and doing the, like, beginning before I continue. So if there's a point where I'm like, you know, where New Game Plus becomes available, that will be, like, where I break at. I'm hoping I don't have to do 6.1, 6.2, or 6.3 before I can start airing these, though. So, anyway, there's my Patreon list of the people who were donating at the time of recording this. There might be more people. If you want to be one of those more people and have your name in the episodes, won't be in the Endwalker series, but will be in everything else, feel free to check the video description. Actually, it might be an end card for it as well. Come to think of that. I don't know. Feel free to check that out, though. There's a link to Patreon, but there's also a link to Discord, so feel free to come on out, hang out with us, chat. Feel free to subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. See you later.